Okay, guys, welcome back. So, I'm pretty sure I talked about this earlier. I've made so far, I don't know how many videos this is going to be when I'm finished, but I've made a lot of videos and I'm not sure if I covered this, but I am going to cover it here. I know that I talked about it, but I don't know how in depth I went. So, let's talk about outsourcing. So, what is outsourcing? Outsourcing is when you start getting so busy that you need help pretty much, but you don't need enough help to the point where you're hiring employees like friends or family and stuff, or maybe you can, but you really want to outsource it for as cheap as you can. So that's where websites like this, so these are the places you're going to use, by the way. Onlinejobs.ph, this is Philippines, and yeah, world's largest and safest marketplace for finding rockstar Filipino workers. Now, onlinejobs.ph is definitely the go-to, but a close second to that would be Upwork. So this is hire the best Shopify freelancers. These guys are going to be more expensive, but if you just look up Shopify or like, well, I've got caps lock on, or customer service, you can go right through here. So you will post a job talking about what you want to do, and so $12 an hour here. You can find some pretty good people these days. When I first started this, it was a lot harder, but now there's lots and lots of options. So anyway, you would post your job and pretty much interview people for what you want them to do. And the same goes on here. So how do you train them is the first thing you'll be thinking. You can train them over Skype. So this is going to take some time and effort for you and making sure that you hire the right person, but it can get so much trying to deal with the emails. So customer service here that we're talking about, emails. Emails is the biggest thing and the first thing that you'll realize once you start really starting to make some money. Emails and fulfilling orders. They'll both, even though Aberlo is like semi-automated, that's still a lot of orders. Like if you're doing, let's say you're doing 50 orders a day, which isn't that much. Let's say you're doing 50 orders a day. You have to fulfill all them orders. That becomes a full-time job in itself, let alone trying to continue to build the business, etc. You need to outsource, and you need to start thinking about like how much money is it worth to you to outsource. So people worry about eating into their profits, but you cannot continue to grow if you aren't fulfilling the orders properly, and if you're not fulfilling your customer service duties properly. Your customer service, I will tell you right now, will make or break your store, like 1,000%. If you have poor customer service and aren't responding to emails from the get-go, you are going to have a terrible time with Shopify, and you're going to have all sorts of chargeback problems. You're going to have people talking crap about your business. It's just going to be absolute headaches and nightmares and problems. So make sure from the absolute get-go you are always answering emails. Don't argue with customers. Don't try and don't get upset with them and like go off your head at them and stuff. The customer is always right is the old saying, and like even though they're not always right, you have to respect them and talk to them. They're buying off your random website that's on the internet, and they don't know anything about you, so they don't have much of a trust build up, and they worry whether they're going to get ripped off. They want to know where their product is. All these sorts of questions are going to be common questions you get all the time. Not everyone's nasty, by the way. You'll get people that are perfectly pleasant to talk to through email, but you still have to answer all them emails. So outsourcing your customer service emails is an absolutely massive one, and outsourcing your fulfilling orders is a massive one. So even if you have someone for both of those, or if you have two different people that do those jobs individually, depending on obviously where your store's at, but these are going to be big things that you need to take care of. And I'm telling you again, honestly, customer service is going to be the biggest, because it will make or break your entire business. If you're awesome and talk to your reply to all your customer emails and super friendly and stuff, they're going to feel a lot better. They won't care about the shipping times as long as you tell them in a nice polite way where their order is, etc. Other than that, they just want to know there's someone on the other end of the computer, instead of them just paying money into this random website that they found, possibly through a Facebook ad. So they've gone off Facebook where they were just scrolling down. They're like, oh, I want this product. Oh, random website. Does it look safe? Yeah, it looks okay. It looks pretty safe. And then they buy the product. Well, then the product's not going to come for weeks. They're definitely going to hit you with an email and be wondering, like, is there anyone there? So yeah, I think I've ranted on about that enough. But anyway, as for places you can hire people, onlinejobs.ph, just post a job and you'll have to interview people. You'll have to do Skype to train people. So when you're setting up a Skype call, make sure maybe invest in a whiteboard. That's something that you'll need. And really make sure that you tell them exactly how you want them to do the job. Don't just expect them to know how you want things done. Make sure you really spend some time. Yes, it'll take some time to set up and, train someone. But once you've got them trained, that's going to be such a weight lifted off your shoulders, and you'll be able to continue to grow the business and make more and more money. And that's what it's all about. So yeah, make sure you spend some time and think about how you're going to train them and cover everything they're going to need to do. Some people outsource product research, and I think that's just a nightmare. Like, you're just going to run into problems, because unless you can really, really be specific about criteria and really break it down for them exactly what you're looking for, that'd take a lot to teach someone. And then, yeah, as I was saying, Upwork would be the other one. I wouldn't use Fiverr. Fiverr, you're not really going to get that higher quality, but Upwork and what's that other one? I think it's Freelance or something. Elance is pretty popular, but Upwork and Online Jobs, those are the two websites you'll need for outsourcing.